In the glowing nights of Dubai, where dreams shine brighter than the stars, lived a man the world admired, but never truly understood: Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum. To the world, he was strength, a leader, a symbol of power and pride. But inside, he was just a man with a heart that had once loved deeply and lost quietly. It began on a night like any other. The city was alive, lights dancing across the skyline, the air filled with a calm silence that only the desert understands. Fazza stood alone, looking over the endless view. He had everything a man could wish for, yet something always felt missing. And then, she came into his life. Not with noise, not with drama, but like a soft breeze, gentle, peaceful, unforgettable. She wasn't like the others. She didn't see him as a prince. She didn't admire his power or his name. She saw him, the real him. The man behind the crown, behind the responsibilities, behind the silence. And for the first time in a long time, he felt seen. Their story didn't need big moments. It lived in the little things. In quiet conversations under dim lights. In shared smiles that said more than words ever could. In the way she listened, truly listened, like his silence mattered. With her, Fazza wasn't carrying the weight of the world. He was just human. And maybe that's where it all began. But love, especially the kind that grows in silence, often carries the heaviest pain. Fazza never told her what he felt. Not because he didn't love her, but because he loved her too much. His life wasn't his own. Every step, every decision, every moment was tied to something greater: his duty, his people, his legacy. And in that world, love wasn't simple. Love had rules. Love had limits. And she deserved a love that was free. Days passed, and something began to change. The conversations became shorter. The meetings became fewer. The silence became heavier. She noticed. Of course she did. Because when you love someone, you don't just hear their words, you feel their distance. One evening, under the same sky where everything once felt perfect, she finally asked him, "Why does it feel like you're leaving, even when you're right here?" Fazza looked at her. And in that moment, 1,000 words lived in his eyes. Words he wanted to say. Words he had kept buried for so long. But he stayed silent. Because sometimes, silence feels safer than truth. "I'm not," he said softly. But even he knew, it wasn't true. He was already losing her. Not to another person. Not to time. But to his own silence. She didn't fight. She didn't beg him to stay the same. She just smiled, a broken kind of smile. And slowly, she started letting go. There was no goodbye. No final hug. No last confession. Just distance. the kind that grows quietly until two people who once knew everything about each other become strangers. And Fazza, he let it happen. Because love, for him, wasn't about holding on. It was about letting go, if that meant the other person could be happy. Nights became longer after she left. The desert, once his escape, now felt empty. The silence that once gave him peace, now echoed with memories he couldn't forget. He would ride for hours, under a sky full of stars, trying to outrun something that lived inside him. But pain doesn't chase you. It stays. In the quiet moments. In the memories you didn't ask for. In the things you wish you had said. People still saw the same Fazza. Strong. Fearless. Unbreakable. But no one saw the nights he spent staring at nothing, remembering everything. He never spoke about her. Not once. Because some stories aren't meant to be told. They're meant to be felt, silently. Years passed. Life moved on, as it always does. But some things don't change. Some people don't leave your heart, no matter how far they go. And she was one of those people. He didn't try to find her again. Didn't try to fix what was broken. Because deep down, he knew, some love stories aren't meant to have happy endings. They are meant to teach you something. To change you. To stay with you, forever. And maybe that's why, even today, when the city sleeps and the desert whispers in the night, a man rides alone under the stars. Not searching for someone. Not running away. But carrying a love he never had the courage to say out loud. Because sometimes, the deepest love is the one that remains unspoken. And the most painful goodbye is the one that was never said. Broken Heart. This channel is all about poetic stories and emotional content inspired by Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Fazza, the Crown Prince of Dubai. Here, you will find deep poetry, love stories, and powerful lines reflecting his royal lifestyle, silent strength, and emotional side. Backhand index pointing right. Please like and share and subscribe my channel for more beautiful poetry and poems. Red Heart. Thanks for watching my videos.